Hey, what's up? It's Kimora Lee Simmons. You want to check out my new line? I have it all laid out for you. Come on. My new line is called Kouture by Kimora. It's exclusively at Macy's. It's great fashion, it's very young, it's very rock and roll, lace and pearls and chains. So I love this. This is a little faux leather jacket. It's really great as a layering piece. It goes with everything. You can put longer pieces underneath, like I put this little tunic. It's really fabulous. It's what I call recession proof. So you can get a great cocktail dress for 30 bucks. You can get a great pair of jeans for $19. And I want girls to know, young girls, that fashion is about looking great and feeling great, but also to be really fabulous. It's about a balanced budget and watching your expenses. And I want girls to be able to do that because even in a recession, fashion is not going anywhere and you look great and you feel great about it. I don't want you to have buyer's remorse like I used to have. Well, I grew up all my life on the other side of the camera, I guess in front of the camera, and I really loved it, and I love everything that I do, and I loved being accepted for being different, and I loved that my classification or category of beauty was the very thing that other people would say, you're really ugly and weird. So for someone like me, I've been on the runway. I was discovered at 13 by Karl Lagerfeld at Chanel, and I have fashion inside of me. If I write a book or I work on I have a docudrama called Life in the Fab Lane, everything I do is about my life in fashion. It's really hard to have a great future in fashion. It's very difficult, it's a very long journey. Everything in fashion is 6 months, 6 months, 6 months, next. You have to be high on the passion and low on the high expectations, because fashion is not for the meek. Then right here, I have another thing which I really like, which is the mixture of elements here. So it's all about the lace and the pattern and the beautiful florals and the wonderful fabric. It has this sort of a little butterfly kimono type sleeve. And I really just think it's great. And I love the bottoms. They're very stretchy. They have a great fit. They're very forgiving on any shape, which is what the young girls love. And everything, just kind of effortlessly goes into the next piece. My ex-husband had a line called Fat Farm that he created, and he wanted to do a women's line, a women's counterpart to Fat Farm. So we thought of the name Baby Fat, and I completely worked the line from the first we had baby tees. I think we actually coined that phrase. And I worked that line from baby tees all the way to what it is today. I loved being able to express myself and work with very creative people. I learned a lot about fashion, and all these many years later, I have probably 6 lines. I have Fabulosity, Kouture by Kimora, KLS, Baby Fat, Fat Farm. Did I miss one? It's when you see one of your pieces walking down the street and you're like, oh my gosh, she looks fantastic. Some great young girl and she looks excellent, and you're like, oh my gosh, and you look and, oh, I made that. That's a really gratifying moment. The best part of my job is going home to my kids. I know that's kind of corny, that's going home to my kids. And my kids really absorb the whole fashion thing too. So they have dress forms in their room, and they sew and they cut and they deal with all the extra material that I take home and trims that we don't use. So I love seeing fashion through my kids as well. And it's funny to see them work. So, they're like, you're Dolce, I'm Gabbana. Fabulosity is the idea of everything that's fabulous. So it's being fabulous, it's living your most fabulous life, and it's about knowing that all things fabulous start inside. And it's really lifting yourself to a higher level, to a better place. I wrote a book called Fabulosity. I have a fragrance called Fabulosity. On another note, I have a line called Fabulosity. Sometimes the world may beat you down. Sometimes it may throw things your way like lemons or garbage or whatever. And Fabulosity is really making the best of that. So it's all about a little flair for me in fashion. The zipper trim, all the little tops have a little embellishment on them, and it's current, hot, trending key pieces, and it's just giving you a great, great look. It's fantastical. Young girls, eat your heart out. Is that a good thing to say? Eat your heart out? I mean that in a good way. Like young girls, be fabulous.